At 6:34, good morning. Let's have a look at some of the front pages for you. And the Express leads on what it calls horrific images released of reported murder of Israeli babies by Hamas militants.
Israel shows mutilated babies is the headline in the Times.
The Sun... Oh, sorry.
I was going to say you don't really need much more than that, do you?
No, the Sun focuses on one murdered child and asks in the light of her death why the FA won't light up Wembley in Israeli colours tonight.
The Eye focuses on the UK and the US urging Israeli restraint as they send military aid to the region.
The Mail says Rishi Sunak has told police to get a grip on anti-Israeli hate.
And something a bit different in the Daily Star, as you can imagine. Their headline, Psycho Scumbag Bedbugs are hiding in our drawers.
I suppose it's a bit
I don't know what to say about that.
No. Let's go through some of the headlines then with Deputy Political Editor of the Mail on Sunday, Anna Mikalova, and the Deputy Editor of The Spectator, Freddie Gray. Morning to you both.
Good morning.
Freddie, let's have a look at the Mail to begin with, should we? And the PM saying, you know, police have really got to tackle anti-Israeli sentiment in the UK in the wake of what we're seeing.
Yes, I think the government is reacting to quite a lot of public disgust at what seem to be celebrations of terror at the weekend, and there are laws in place for dealing with this. Glorification of terrorism is a crime, and there are also hate laws which might be used. But two Jewish schools in London have said they were closing to protect their pupils. There haven't been attacks on Jewish schools in London. I've seen people saying there have been, and there haven't been. So it's important to keep things, true.
No, but it's interesting that they do feel the need to shut down.
I mean, obviously that's terrible that they do, and there have been there's vandalism in the kosher restaurant and so on. Although again, there's some debate about whether that was explicitly anti-Semitic, but you'll get people rowing about that all the time. The overlying fact is that hate crime incidents have increased 400%, I think, this week. There is clearly strong anti-Semitism in Britain, and it showed itself on the streets over the weekend and on Monday. And the government's going to do something about it, and probably quite right too.
I mean, it's frankly a disgrace.
It is, and the other thing that I hope this highlights is that, yeah, two Jewish schools have decided to close, but even before all this happened, the amount of security that Jewish schools have to put in, is extraordinary and really quite shameful that needs to happen. A lot of people have been commenting saying we should be getting, whatever it takes, even the army on the streets to not have a school close, almost on principle. And
well,
I think
our armed forces have got enough to do, sadly.
The debate that's coming, I think, is will we treat people who support Hamas publicly the same as we did with ISIS? And Suella Braverman posted a video last night where she sort of hinted that was the case. She didn't say we won't. She didn't say we're going to strip their passports and kick them out.
They are a prescribed terror organisation.
They are a prescribed terror organisation, but I think in terms of policing it, it would be trickier than ISIS because of the kind of muddle between supporting Palestine and supporting Hamas. And I mean, I think it would be, but we have, somebody in our magazine, Douglas Murray, in our magazine wrote very forcefully that he thinks it could be done very easily. I mean, we have retired Hamas commanders living in London. We have, senior figures from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. I think a lot of people think, we've been a sort of safe haven for people who glorify Hamas for a long time in London, and that needs to change.
OK. Let's have a look at the Telegraph online, Anna. Keir Starmer.
Is it too boring?
I mean, I just love the headline. If Keir Starmer had punched the glitter protester, it'd be on for a landslide. Yeah,
this is Michael Deacon, the excellent Telegraph columnist, saying that he's missed a trick at conference, that he should have punched the guy right back, or not back, sorry. He should have just punched him, and his approval ratings would be through the roof. So
you can sort of see that, really. Not that we want to glorify violence.
Well, I was going to say, it still wouldn't make it the right thing to do, would it?
No.
I think he was having a bit of fun.
I mean, he did look a bit... I can't talk because I'd be wet in the same situation, but he did look a bit wet, didn't he? He looked a bit sort of... he didn't look like he...
Only, I think, when you afterwards replay it, everything was OK in the end.
Yeah.
And then also when you see his front bench, so the irony of Rachel Reeves and Angela Rayner both looked like they were about to get on the stage and tackle the guy. Look, one thing that people kept on the day talking about was that his own security detail of quite heavy blokes didn't do anything. It was 2 female security guards who tackled the intruder on stage in the end. But no, I think it was, in the moment, a very, very scary, unnerving...
People loved John Prescott when he thumped.
Well,
They did.
yes.
Just going to say that, yes, we did, didn't we? Everybody admired him for
Everybody, yeah, his standing shot up among the British public. I think the British public does like someone who punches back.
Yeah.
But obviously you shouldn't necessarily punch back. And I don't think it makes you boring to not punch someone. I think we should be clear on that.
Yes, yes. It's a very difficult fine line, because you don't want to say, yes, go around and hit people, but you can also see why it would have been...
I can't imagine Rishi Sunak punching back.
No.
And even if he did, it probably wouldn't do anything.
It wouldn't work, no.
I think you also don't really... you underestimate the shock value as well. I think he didn't know that it was
What was going
glitter.
on.
He didn't know what was going on, I think...
Well,
can't
and
react.
as several people have pointed out, the security at Labour conference was so lax compared to the Conservatives, but even compared to the Lib Dems. So there was no sort of airport-style gate to go through. They weren't even screening bags. So you could see how it would be.
He must have been pretty nervous beforehand, too. I mean, this was probably the biggest speech
I thought
in
his
his
hands
career.
were shaking when they did the video of him taking off the jacket.
Yes.
Sort of, but like, very, I mean, he still I think most people on the day said, right, he handled it very well. He kept us cool.
Yes,
Yeah, he
did.
kept his
Yes.
cool.
He did
He
keep
got
us
on
cool.
with it.
And
he got on with his speech, and
he
that
got
was
on with
fine.
it, which actually shows he can, which you need for the job, be able to keep your head.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to be in that position, I have to say. Just say, it's all only glitter, but you don't necessarily know at the time.
Maybe in the next hour we'll come in and we'll...
And throw glitter
it.
over us.
Glitter over you.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I might punch you, Freddie, you never know. Now, let's talk bed bugs, should we?
Do we have to?
We've got this. We've got a video, I think, of suspected bed bugs on the London Underground. Oh, we have not got that video. So try and pull that up for you. Here we go.
Oh, no.
So there you go. So that could be a bed bug, Freddie.
That's meant to be on the Victoria line, the London Underground. That looks a little bit more like a bed bug than that one, which I think looks like an ant, if you can make it out.
Can't see
make
that
it
one.
out.
And
But I mean, the point is that we did... Ooh, there's something that looks a bit bed buggy. I mean, we did see them on the Paris Underground, didn't we, last week?
Yes,
and
and
now they're on the London
And
Underground.
they've been spotted in Manchester as well.
Well, so I think we Brits got this slightly wrong, because we tried to say it was a big French problem and make a big drama about how, it might come to London. But Rent-A-Kill and various people have been saying for a long time the bed bug problem's really bad here. It's been bad here for a couple of years, and it's getting worse. I do think slightly this has become an odd media obsession. I think it's becoming the new AI.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
it's just, we talk about bed
5G.
bugs a lot. And
Well, yeah,
the
but
reality is
it's-
no one's quite sure whether are they that big? I thought they
don't
were
know.
invisible.
I thought they were invisible bed
Yeah.
bugs.
I
But
think
you couldn't tell you had them until you got bitten.
There's a lot of mystery about what a bed bug actually is. And everybody just seems to quite like sharing videos of their horror.
Yes.
At the thought.
And I think you're right,
Yeah.
it's a media obsession now.
A media and showing squeamishness
Yeah.
is a sort of
So
squeamish.
let's not talk about it.
Let's not talk about it. Let's
not
move
buy
on.
into
So
it.
really, Keir Starmer should boost his ratings by tackling some bed bugs.
Yes,
So, yeah.
showing real courage.
I'll tell you what, though, it is the stuff of nightmares, isn't it? Don't let the bed bugs bite and all that, which we always used to say to people, but
people are obsessed
grim.
with it. Yeah.
grim. Well, if you've got bed bugs and you want to share, feel free to get in touch. GB
No, we don't
GB
want
News.
to see them.
I don't know. I just sort of think, what do you do if you find you've got bed bugs? How do you get rid of them? Do you have to get Rent-A-Kill in?
You have to get professionals around, apparently, yeah.
Some people think you have to throw your bed away if it's
I'd be
they've got
tempted to
into
do that.
into the mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, oh, I don't know. It's
very expensive,
Anything worse. The trouble is now we'll all be panicking. If you wake up and you've got like a little itchy spot or something, you'll be thinking you've been bitten by bed bugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there
Why
you go.
is it when you start talking about things like that, you start itching, don't you? Scratching.
Head lice and all the rest of it
Stop
now.
it. No,
it's
no.
true, though, isn't it? It's true.
No.
Maybe head lice only go for clean hair. Maybe bed bugs only go for clean beds.
I think that's
Probably true.
My children often have nits, but they never come to
Often?
me. Yeah, regularly. They did
That's
last
why
week.
you're itching.
But they never get to me because my hair's disgusting.
Oh, well, there's a lovely thought. Thanks very much indeed.